and welcome back to my channel, Vivid Talks. Today I'm bringing on a special guest, John from Young Tales. He's a full-time YouTube animator that specializes in doing storytelling through his animated character, Tofu. He's had his channel for 3 years now and has almost 500,000 subscribers on his channel. Today I'm bringing him on so he can share his story and some of his insight of how he got to where he is today. Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome John to our interview today. And John, do you want to give a little background information about yourself so that those who are not familiar with who you are can learn what you do?
Hello everybody, my name is John and I do own an animation channel called Young Tales where I draw pictures, funny pictures, and tell stories about my life or whatever I like.
Yeah, so John's a YouTube animator, so because he hasn't shown his face before online, that's why he's just going to be speaking with us with his voice today.
Yes, you only hear this beautiful voice.
And see his beautiful tofu picture.
Exactly. That's the only face you really need to see at this point.
Tofu face, yep.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a creator for?
I would say I've been a creator for, I want to say 3 years, but in terms of like being an animator, I would say maybe 1 to 2.
1 to 2 years?
Yeah, because like for the beginning, I wasn't doing animation. I was more doing vlogs, but then I just changed it up because I like animating more, or, you know, I just like artsy things more so.
Yeah, can you tell us more about like how you started? Because you said you did vlogs to begin with before you kind of found what you really wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So beginning, I thought vlogging was fun because I watched a lot of people that did vlogs like David So, people from JK Films. And so I thought I wanted to give it a try. Looked fun. It was going okay. Like filming videos was like showing my face was fine and all, but I don't know. It just didn't feel super fulfilling to me. I didn't feel like I was giving my best or showing my best, like showing off my talents that I know I can do. Then I moved on to just artsy things like making videos of me drawing. And then later on that led to me starting into doing animation or storytime animation because I stumbled upon creators like Domix, The Odd Ones Out, you know, Jaden Animations, all those people.
I guess this discovery process, maybe like a couple of months to kind of figure out what you wanted to do.
The transition between me going from vlogs to animation probably took about a year or so. First several months, I was doing the vlogs, and then after that, I was just like, ugh, I don't like this, and then I switched to something else,
What keeps you motivated to keep creating? Because I know you said, like, vlogging really wasn't your thing, but what about animation that kind of keeps you motivated and inspired?
I really like animation for how versatile and, like, how limitless it can really be, because, I mean, storytime animation, like, you can basically make any kind of video you want. Like, if you can draw it, then you can do it.
That's
really
right.
There's really no limit to like what you can make a video about with that kind of medium. So that's what I really like. I've just really enjoyed drawing. That's one of my passions and hobbies. Animation, that is just something that I was really fascinated as when I was a little kid. Being able to do this now, like growing up, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
I'm glad. Was it always Tofu from the start, or did you have some other characters you started off with?
If people go to my channel, social plug, Young Tales, go check it out. Early on the videos, like you'll just see like this human character that I designed kind of like to represent me. But then after that, it does transition to the Tofu character. So the reason behind that was I've actually had the Tofu character a long time ago, or like I created him in junior high. Yeah, he was my first like manga character. Like I had a manga series kind of thing called Tofu Ninja.
Yes, I remember that. Your little Tofu Ninja character is super cute.
I stopped doing those comics for a while because, you know, it was just like school, and then I don't know, I just didn't really see that it would go anywhere. So after animating some videos for a while, I was just like, you know what? I just remembered this character that I made a long time ago. He's cool, and I have a channel now. I should just bring him back, you know? Bring him to life and actually like continue off where I left him.
Speaking on the topic of tofu, I actually have one of your tofu plushies here, which I'm showing everyone. Super cute. Yeah.
Yay.
I know, except my tofu is really cute too. My dog tofu. So
Yes, I know. You've said that many times, but I will admit it's cute, but I'm just saying,
fair
when I'm comparing it to
competition, yeah.
the actual tofu me, then I think the answer is pretty clear who's cuter.
I don't
so.
know. I don't know. It's double the tofu
All
trouble.
right.
Can you walk us through like what your workflow style is when you're working on a new video for the month?
It's funny how you say uploading for the month because that is very true.
Yes. Well,
It's never
kind of-
like for the week or
week, well,
for the
yeah.
day. It's just like, yeah, it's for the month. Beginning process is always just like deciding on what topic I want to do, picking from a list that I've already made before, or this kind of topic that just hit me like wham, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a video about that because I think it's cool. So after that, then it goes into script writing. That could take a while. That could take like a few days or so because I need to edit it and then I need to rehearse it just so that way I get the flow correctly. After that, it kind of varies because the way I've done things is I've worked on the storyboards before recording the audio. I know other animators do it differently. Like they record it first and then do storyboarding. Personally, I don't really think it matters too much for me or like for my style because I can actually get away with not having to have the audio done before I work on the audio.
I'm not really familiar with how like the animation and the audio works. Is it because your character is a tofu, so it's easier to to add the audio to like the lip syncing or whatever it is?
I don't do lip syncing. That is just a field that I don't really want to go into because it's just like it looks really tedious. I mean, I just use like just a normal audio recording software. Audacity it's free. It's great. You know, it gets the job done. So I just use that, and then I move the file into my animating software, which I can just like have pictures that overlay the audios and stuff.
So I'm curious, did it take you a while to kind of get used to, I guess, voice acting? Do you have to do your lines over and over again, like one line, or how does that work?
I mean, that didn't really take a whole lot of work because it was kind of just like figuring out what your personal style of like talking is and then just amplifying that when you're recording. Like you just need to bring it out 110%.
Like more exaggerated kind of voice?
If I was recording an audio right now, like I'd talk like way more enthusiastic, you know, not like now. I'm kind of like more like on a chill kind of, yeah, in a more chill kind of mode. Yeah.
Do you have to practice a lot of lines over and over again until you get the right sound? Yeah.
I like to rehearse the script several times so that way I try to experiment with different flows or just different ways of saying the phrase, whichever way I think like sounds better or more natural or just has a better like comedic effect.
How long does it take you to like record your voices for one video?
I mean, so it kind of depends. Like there's been some good days where like I've knocked it out in like maybe a few hours or so. When it's all done, it's only like less than 10 minutes or so. I mean, you would think that you'd be able to finish it like pretty quickly, like within an hour or so,
Right.
like in total. But man, there's been so many times when I found myself like recording for, I don't know, like 4 hours. Either I didn't like how the recording went or there was just so many lines I wanted to redo. Yeah. Oh my goodness. There's so many retries I had to do sometimes. So it really depends. But yeah, I would say like at the least, it would probably take 2 hours or so.
That sounds really tedious.
Editing audio is not fun. I don't like doing it.
You edit it in Audacity too, or in your...
Yeah, I just edit it on my Audacity. It's free, so you don't have to pay for it, and I think it works pretty well.
For like background music and whatnot, does it take you a while to figure out what to use, or...
Majority of the videos I've done, they either have the same song but like really low volume, or I just don't have any songs like at all.
Oh, okay.
I think it definitely depends though, like what the scene is. In certain videos where there's a lot of action, then I'll have to like match that vibe. That definitely takes a while sometimes. Does it match the kind of vision that I had?
Right. How about like sound effects? Do you add a lot of those in?
If there is a lot of action, then I'd like to include sound effects. I believe the one that took me the longest to edit because I was adding a lot of songs and sound effects was my Attack on Santa video.
Oh, the Christmas episode, yeah.
Yeah, that was like a huge project for me. Finding all the specific sound effects was just so hard. I think some of them I even made myself. Like I just like
Oh, you
tried to improvise it, and it's like, you know what? I can't find this on YouTube. I'm just gonna make it myself. So for certain things like that, like I think sound effects works really well. But for story time videos, usually like I haven't found the need for it, or like it doesn't make or break the video.
As a YouTuber, what do you actually find as the best thing of being a YouTuber is?
I would give several answers to that question. First of all, like I don't have to go to graduate school. I was very blessed that my channel popped off in the last year of college, so that way I didn't have to worry about applying to grad school and trying to get in. And I think just having that freedom to create your own stuff, or like bring your ideas to life and like show people, that's definitely like super cool. The other aspect I would say is getting to meet other like-minded people, getting to meet the other animators in the community, or just any other like super cool YouTubers out there. It was just really cool. That is something that I won't trade for
Anything in the world, right?
Yeah, connections, freedom, yeah, I'd say those two are like the greatest parts of this job.
And creativity, right?
Yeah.
What would you say would be your proudest moment in your YouTube career? Like one of your greatest
proudest
achievements?
Moment?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard. I mean, there's a lot of moments where I was just like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. I think maybe one of the coolest ones was last year when I was at VidCon, and there were actually like people that recognized me and like wanted to take pictures with me and stuff. That was crazy. I don't know you, but apparently you know me, so let's do this.
So it's good to have people that recognize your work, but how did they recognize you when you don't show your face on your channel?
Yeah, that's very true. So I just had my name tag on, or like I had my channel name on my VidCon pass. And there was like a section of the convention where there was just a lot of animators, so I was there too. They would be looking at the name tags, and I guess they would just recognize my name. Like, oh my gosh, is that you? And I'm just like, yeah, it is me. Or, no, it's not. Psych.
Well, next time you can bring your little tofu there and then just carry it around so people will recognize it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would just do that, or yeah, I'd bring something else that like looks more symbolic of my character. Yeah.
Right. What would you say would be your biggest challenge in your YouTube career?
That's also another hard question. Wow. It's coming back. This is coming after another. Just finding a good balance between YouTube and just living life. Compared to other niches, I would say like animation is the most time consuming, especially since I'm doing this like by myself. I don't have any animators that work under me. A lot of times I find myself working like all day, and I definitely realize that at this age I should be like living life a little bit more. Well, I mean, obviously it's kind of hard now because of this pandemic, but I do realize that it's just like I shouldn't be working all the time, you know. I should be having fun, you know. I worked this hard to get to where I am. I might as well enjoy it. Yeah, I would say that's probably one of the biggest challenges that I have.
When you are your own boss, it's kind of hard to say stop work for the day because you kind of just keep working.
Oh my gosh,
day, right?
yeah, because like I fall into this negative mindset where I'm like, I could be working during this time, or like this isn't being productive, this isn't contributing to my future or my success if I'm just like playing video games, you know.
That's for research purposes.
Yeah, that's one of the excuses I tell myself. Yeah, you're absolutely right with the whole being my own boss. That's definitely another one of the big challenges, is just like learning how to be my own boss and make these decisions that are best for the channel and best for me. More so best for me because, you know, if I can't work on videos, then the channel's kind of dead. So gotta do my best to take care of myself.
I know, gotta take some time to rest too.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you like take weekends off? Do you work every day? How does that work?
I'd say like I pretty much take Saturdays and mostly Sundays off. If it's like super crunch time, like I need to meet a deadline, I'll work on Sundays. I don't know, most of the time like I find myself not really working on Sundays. But the rest of the week, yeah, I pretty much just work the full time, maybe like from 10 a.m. till like 6 or 6:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I start earlier. Yeah.
It's a long day.
I mean, it's not like I'm working straight. Like, oh my gosh, I would die if I was doing that straight. I would work for maybe 25 minutes, maybe like an hour, and then I'll take a break. I'll just repeat that cycle.
Do you ever find that, like, because you're animating, it's just strain on your wrist from drawing?
It's interesting because I actually don't have.
Oh.
I haven't had that problem. I do notice my back gets sore though, so like I do realize that I need to get up and stretch several times because I'm just sitting or standing the whole time because I have a stand-up desk, so I switch between the two.
Oh, that's cool. Is it the ones that kind of like raise up and down with like the
Yeah.
different levels?
Yeah. Can't be sitting myself to death. You know.
Can you tell us what kind of equipment you use for drawing?
What I currently use right now is it's a Huion monitor. It's like one of the bigger ones. I use Blue Yeti as the microphone. Then I use Animate CC for my animation software. Adobe Premiere Pro. I use that to edit all the footage together. And then Photoshop usually to edit the thumbnail that I create. Pretty basic. It's not like super complicated stuff, I guess.
I guess as you've been doing it for so long, you're used to the programs.
Animate CC, like I would say, is the one I'm more comfortable with. But honestly, like most of these programs, I'm still learning new things like every day. It's just like, oh shoot, I didn't know I could do that. I'll realize like, oh man, I've been doing this the hard way when there's just one simple little function there.
I guess there's so much like functionalities in these programs that you can't
Oh
really
yeah,
learn everything.
absolutely.
So, do you have a goal in mind for the next little while?
Kind of a little spoiler for what's been in the works. I've been developing a card game.
Oh.
That was just something that I've always wanted to do when I was a kid. I've made these like really small card games, but I've never finished them in elementary school because I was just like, I don't know how to do this.
See, you're a businessman already. You're making all these like business
No,
ideas back in the school, like
I wouldn't say-
tofu and card games.
One of the bigger projects that I've been working on, that one's coming along okay. Just started working on it like maybe not too long ago. I'm revisiting it now. I guess other merch things I wanted to do. I have other video projects that I want to work on, like bigger upscale ones. And maybe some other stuff. Having another channel or like doing live streaming or a Patreon. The list goes on of like things that I really wanted to do. But it's kind of just a matter of choosing one or two, otherwise I'll just totally overwhelm myself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Last piece of advice you would give to someone who's aspiring to be a animator YouTuber?
Honestly, like I would say, and this could probably just apply with basically anything that you do, is just learn to enjoy the process or the journey. That goes along the lines of like starting the channel with the right mindset, viewing your channel as kind of like a way for you to improve yourself. Like I want to say that because if people start channels like for other reasons, like they just want to be famous or they want to make money and they want to get like lots of views, well, most of the time it doesn't work out that way. Like especially like if you work on something for hours, as an animator is going to, like you're going to work on something for like weeks or months. When it comes out, like if you don't get the results you want, then you're just going to feel discouraged and like burned out and stuff because it wasn't fulfilling to you.
Right.
So
having the right reasons to start your journey before you even start.
Yeah, acknowledging that what you're doing right now, like as long as you're innovating, you're gonna get better, or as you keep trying, you're just gonna get better, and you're learning from your mistakes, and then you're improving and you're enjoying yourself at the same time. Just keep moving forward. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate all your advice and feedback.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And maybe next time we'll do a face reveal, maybe? Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. Okay, thanks so much. And thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks so much for tuning in to my interview with John today. It's definitely not easy doing YouTube as a full-time job. But I'm really glad to see John found a way to turn his passion into a full-time career. If you're interested in learning more or hearing more stories from other social media influencers, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and we'll see you next time at Vivid Talks.